Hi guys, my name's Cameron Smith, and today I'm going to be making two food props. One will be full realism and the other is going to be semi-background realism. So I'm covering, first I'm doing a package of leftover Chinese noodles, which I'll be using some actual noodles for. And the second is going to be just a background sandwich made out of craft foam and felt and glue, lots of glue. Alright, so let's get started. I'll start with the sandwich. Now, using cutoffs from my craft foam, after I made the condiments, that's my ham, my cheese, and my lettuce. Okay, so I cut those out in the first place. And using the cutoffs, I made this. Now this, I'm going to wrap in felt and glue in place so it becomes something like this, which will serve as my bread. So I just got put a little glue on there, put a little glue on there, and then fold it into place to start. Okay, that'll probably stick pretty well. So I'll just flip that over, and I'll let that dry for a little bit. And now while I do that, I'm gonna work on the noodles. So for this, I got just a styrofoam clamshell container, had poutine in it. You can see the dried gravy. And so this is a literal bucket of just ramen noodles. I cooked them this morning. They're in pretty good condition, but you know, tastes like utter garbo actually, because you know, so just toss them in there. You know, just like this, just sort of gently tease them out. So you get like a clamshell container, you gotta tussle them around, because you know, they get all clumped together. And then you just put them in the bottom, you know, and like that. Now I don't have any sauce for these, but that's gonna be okay. Now the great thing of, like, see that? That just, you know, just, fuck that, right? Or, anyway. No, they taste terrible. But, so I got that. And these are actually going to, over time, harden in place. So I can just do that, and just leave them like that. Now, as part of the prop, I'm going to write somebody's name on the top. So I'll just pick somebody from the background. I guess I'll write Liam. Liam's back there. Hi, Liam.
Hi.
Yeah. So I'll just. So this pen doesn't write well on styrofoam, but you know what? That's okay. So yeah, just see I wrote Liam on the top. You can see that? Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna leave the noodles out to dry, and that's actually gonna dry completely hard because the noodle will be completely dehydrated. It's a wonderful, terrible thing. These are probably not even supposed to be food. Now, onto the back to this first project. See, I've glued it in place. Now I'm gonna have to do some cutoffs. So I'll just use the noodle bucket, which is actually fairly hefty, to hold this in place. And then I'll just start the cutoff process. So just gotta cut the felt in such a way that it will, you know, all come right off. Because I really don't need this much. You know, there's a lot of felt, and I'm only using felt because it was the closest thing I could find to being bread colored. And you know how it is, right? You know, bread. So, anyway, yeah, so I just finished cutting that off. So as you can see, it looks a lot more like this now, and we're getting closer to this. So the next step is obviously going to be to cut off some more corners in order to give it a full, so I can fold it. This is actually much easier because there's a lot less felt to work with. Actually, something I learned is in order to get the felt to stick even better, you might even want to cut like an actual corner out of the end too. That way, like when you put it in the glue into place, it has that much less to hold on to, or more. So less weight as it is. So just giving it the cut it needs, much like a newborn. I'm referring to umbilical cords. So you look something like that, and I'm going to do the same to the other end. Now I'll just put some glue on because these are really tough to get to stay. So you got to do it early on, fold it into place, press it down. See, otherwise you just want it to pop right back up. Like, it's like whack-a-mole up in there. So you put something hefty on there, squeeze. And then you do the same to the other end. Because, normally I'd be able to cut a little more, but I messed up my thumb yesterday, so that's not fun. I'd be able to cut faster, I guess is the word. Shit. I mean, crap. Whatever. So I'm moving on to the other corner now, the fourth corner, final corner. So now I'll put some glue into place on there too. Now if I've been thinking, would have found some clamps, but I don't have any clamps. So yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna stay. But as you can see, once it's glued into place, I'll be able to show it to you. So as you see there, I've just done that. It's glued into place. And now I'm probably gonna lay it out on this extra piece of felt, face down, of course. So I can, the weight is equally distributed so that the glue sticks, because that's an important step. All right, I'll put a weight down on it. So back to the noodles. See the noodles are in their bucket, just sort of straight. You can do spilled version. But I'm just gonna do left sitting around. So, and while that happens, I'm gonna go back and tell you about the condiments, or the topping. Now, I made these earlier. So this is just a piece of craft foam. I cut the holes out of it so it looks kind of like Swiss cheese. Here's my lettuce leaf with the little lettuce veins drawn on. And this, although appears to be a pink oval, is ham. So now I'll take the other slice of bread. Now I'll probably put the lettuce here on the bottom. See? So I'll have to glue that in place. So I'll just put a dollop of glue on, slap the lettuce on, because then it's gonna stick. After the lettuce, I was thinking the cheese here. So I'll put a little bit of glue, gotta line it up. I'm doing the cheeses at a diagonal. So I've glued that, and now I've stuck the cheese and the lettuce on, you see. It looks good in my opinion, but I made this, so my opinion's the only one that counts. And lastly comes the ham, which I will just put some glue in the middle, cheese, and I'll line it up opposite the lettuce. like that. Oops. Like so. So you can see from the top, you see all the toppings. It's wonderful. Now once that's in place, gotta let the glue dry. Now this other thing, see how well this actually holds together. It's not, but that's okay, because I'm just gluing it too. Now we gotta line this up right with the other bread. Vertical, vertical. So a little more glue. Anyway, just fold that in place. Fold that in place. So see, now the breads line up, and now got this delicious looking sandwich thing that you can just put in the background and say, you know, look, it's a sandwich. Totally non-perishable and totally worth the about approximate $5 I spent on the materials. You can get craft foam and felt at your local craft store. So yeah, back to the noodles. So I have these leftover scraps of felt, which I'm going to cut up and pretend they're pieces of chicken. See? You know, they have the same sort of color as cooked chicken breast. So I'll just say, you know, cut them into bits and just sort of top the noodles with them, just like, I don't know, it doesn't look great, but you know, you can add sauce and stuff to the noodles if you want to. Keep in mind, the noodles totally non-perishable. They won't go bad, they'll just get worse. So yeah, so those are my 2 crafts for the day. I've got a bucket of used noodles and a sandwich. Both of which, you know, noodles cost me all of, like, you know, I want to say 70 cents to make, because 1 styrofoam container and 1 package of ramen. And this cost me all $5. So 2 cool food props for the low price of like less than 10 bucks. So that's been today's video. I wanted to thank you guys for watching. And yeah, my name's Cam, and have a great day.